never should have left Auridon.
How am I?
Opportunities always involve. Ah, greetings, traveler. Hold a moment, won't you? I'm looking for a cave. It would be foul-smelling, likely surrounded by scattered bones and such. Have you seen such a... Ah, an inquisitive sort. I like it. I'm searching for a Nord beastmaster named Nikolvara. My contacts tell me she possesses an enchanted whistle that can tame any creature in Tamriel. Marvelous, yes? Apparently she lives in a Durzog lair nearby. Profit, of course. Durzogs make the perfect guard animals, but they're impossible to tame. If I could train and sell just one of those beasts, I'd make a fortune. If you can acquire the whistle and figure out how it works, we'll split the profits. I'm headed to Bolgol Farm to warm up. It's not far, just over the hill. After you test the whistle, you can find me there. Good luck. Well, I leave the details to you, but I warn you, from everything I've heard, Nikolvara doesn't take kindly to visitors. She's something of a recluse, or so the locals tell me. Haven't you heard? The orcs are building a city. If there's a better opportunity for an enterprising young businessman, well, I've never heard of it. Truth be told, my original plan involved several casks of the finest Hlaalu wine. But who knew that the Orc palate was so unsophisticated? They hated the stuff. But a good businessman always has a backup plan. Yes, Durzogs. Why is that so hard to grasp? I need something that will appeal to an Orc's sensibilities. What could be better than a mangy, slobbering beast? it isn't my esteemed business partner. I smell profit, friend, and dog. Excellent! I can't wait to try it out for myself. We'll be rich. Did you test it? How well did it work? You're joking, right? I spent my last gold piece getting to this three-forsaken wasteland? A pox on these orcs and their stupid beasts. I suppose you've earned your cut, such as it is.
A sight!
We won't be safe until all of the Winterborn
I want all
are
the
dead.
soldiers from
Now,
all of the
fire!
clans to circle the fort. Iceheart won't escape from me this time.
Our soldiers know what to do, Kira. You can count on that.
Then maybe this victory will finally convince you and the other chiefs to fully accept my claim to the throne. Do you always just barge into the king's tent without so much as a by your leave? Who in the name of First Forge do you think you are, troll breath? So, you're one of the outsiders my mother's been harping about. I'm Kurok, king of the Orsimen. Welcome to my war. Your timing's perfect. I'm just finishing this damn fine leg of Chublu. It's a good thing that that's where we're going, then. This siege was taking too long anyway. Your Fawn Iceheart is the last of the Winterborn warlords. And frankly, I'm ready to be done with him. He knows we're coming, so I'm expecting a good... You bet your arse I told him we were coming. Fair's fair. and it probably scared the ice water out of his veins. I want to see you in action. You lead, I'll follow. Now, let's go kill old Iceheart. Then we can return to Orsinium and feast. We need to find a way into that fort to get to Iceheart. Talk to the siege commander.
Too much
see
to
if they
do
can
in
get us
too little
inside.
time.
Look at those catapults fly. I'm amazed the towers can withstand the punishment. The Bretons must have used orc crafters, and they built that place to last. But never fear, the Winterborn won't have a fort to protect them for much longer. Kurog summoned the chiefs of Hrothgar to besiege the Winterborn. One of our biggest problems are those Briarheart monstrosities. For every one we kill, 2 more take its place. I know there's a solution, but we need to get inside the fort. Find out where they're spawning those abominations. But the damn harpies! We can't walk 5 steps without becoming bird food. Siege Commander Dolph's working on a plan. I hope it's a good one, for all... This is the Winterborn's final stand. We destroy the Briarhearts, while Kurog deals with their warlord, Iceheart. If we succeed, Kurog will have ended a threat that has plagued us for far too long. Maybe then I'll consider accepting him as our king. Surprising, isn't it? We're pretty sure they're all connected through the Hag Ravens, or whatever you call those ugly old hags. It wouldn't surprise me if the Briarhearts are also their creation. They're all vile, a lot of them. The Briarheart warriors are like the undead, only worse. They talk to each other, think on their own, behave just like any other soldier. But there's no way they're alive. Not with half their chest hanging wide open. I guess you haven't experienced a Winterborn raid yet. You can actually see their foul hearts beating inside their open chests. Except they aren't hearts at all. More like some sort of malignant growth. It's unsettling to see, to say the least. You can say that. It started when he claimed the title of king. Many chiefs aren't ready to bend their knee to Kurog. It's not the orc way. But Kurog knows how to conduct a battle. Look around. No clan could muster. Kurog believes that the orcs need a united kingdom. We've banded together to defend our land, but beyond that, we'll see. The Winterborn have been ransacking Hrothgar for years. At least Kurog has brought us together to try to put an end to that. Perhaps. But tradition sometimes is too high a wall to climb over. We're a proud and stubborn people. New ideas, they frighten us. And Kurog is full of new ideas. A new city, a new god. It's more than many of us can take.
For King Kurog! For Orsinium!
If you don't find the alchemist and destroy those nests, we'll never break this siege.
You heard him! For the king!
Get down!
Let me go! Yeah!
Damn it!
Looks like
I lose
General
more soldiers
Doof
that
could
way.
Use a hand.
You brought the king here? Then welcome to our siege camp. Sorry you had to see those damn harpies at work. I'm not sure King Kurog should be walking around out in the open, but I've got a barrel full of my own worries to deal with. If you want to become bird food, I'm not going to stop you. And after losing more soldiers to the harpies, I'm ready to accept any help I can get. Besides, anything is better than what the little wood elf was able to accomplish. Sent her in with a squad of orcs to deal with the harpy nests on the towers. Figured if the nests were on fire, the distraction would allow another squad to get in and put an end to the Briarhearts. But both groups have disappeared. A volunteer. I appreciate that kind of go-get-'em attitude. If you do manage to find either of the missing squads, remind them that they have their orders. I expect them to complete their missions. The outcome of this siege depends on them. The main path is too well defended. You'll be a lamb led to the slaughter if you go that way. Our siege provides some cover, so you might be able to sneak around the left side of the fort. And the right side is clear, except for the harpies. I sent the Wood Elf and one squad to set fire to the harpy nests. The other squad is supposed to find the source of the Briarhearts and put an end to that threat. But everything hinged on dealing with the harpies. We just can't get past the birds. My siege engineers can easily calibrate the trebuchets to launch direct strikes against the Eyrie towers. They just need something to target. That's the first squad's mission. Mark the area so we can knock it out of the sky. The Winterborn zombies? Not much. Our alchemist, Alinen, has some experience dealing with the Reach. He thinks the Hag Ravens grow the hearts, planting them and harvesting them like grapes from a vine. A disgusting image, I know. That's what Alinen thinks. As long as he can put a stop to the foul things, I don't care how crazy his ideas sound. But he's with the second squad, somewhere on the other side of those walls.
reinforcements have arrived. You and the king have come to our aid? We're honored. But we've been trapped in here for too long. We still have a mission to complete. Once again, we underestimated the Winterborn's capabilities. They caught scent of us as soon as we penetrated the walls. Harpies from above, Winterborn from all sides. We lost a lot of soldiers before we were able to take refuge in this town. We need to get our archer into position to mark the Harpy Eyries so that our catapults can target them and destroy them. We lost all of our archers. The Wood Elf's all we have left. I hope she's as good of a shot as she claimed. Our squad split off right after we entered the fortress. They're protecting the Breton alchemist who's supposed to be able to put an end to the Briarheart threat. But it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive if we don't deal with it. If you can clear us a path to the towers, we can get the elf into it.
Glad to see these soldiers alive and well. I hate losing perfectly good troops to the Winterborn.
Keep up, Elf. Those harpies aren't going to kill
But there are
themselves.
so many stairs.
No time for complaints either. We have a mission to complete.
All right, pushy orc. Just tell me when you want me to make the strike. Gusting winds,
tower secure. Good work, outsider. The Wood Elf is right behind me.
I'm getting really tired of you orcs trying to leave me be... That's strange. Where did the sergeant go? Typical. Now I know why Orsinium put out that call for help. Well, at least you're still here. Let me know when you want me to light the signal. 2 Ares destroyed, no problem. Now, let's find the Breton alchemist.
The Winterborn know how to set up a defense. This will be a battle to remember.
Wait, who's there?
So this is where the little alchemist has been hiding.
I recognize that orc standing beside you. That's King Kurog. I'm honored that you and the king came to find me. I just wish you had gotten here sooner. Before the rest of my school. Well, we were supposed to wait until the nests were destroyed before heading inside to find the source of the Briarhearts. But the Winterborn, they found us. Overwhelmed the soldiers. I ran. I'm not proud of it, but I'm alive. That's what matters. Someone has to destroy the source of the Briarhearts, and I've dealt with the Reach before. They're a rather unhealthy obsession of mine. I know their beliefs, the way they attune with nature. Those Briarhearts, they're as natural as you and I. I have an inkling, but I need to get inside to confirm it. I need to see how they're applying their magic. That will lead me right to the source of the Briarhearts. But you'll need to keep me alive. There's nothing else we can do out here. Let's get... I was the only alchemist available. I wish I wasn't, but here I am. Besides, they needed someone who had some experience with the Reach. Of course, I never expected to end up... I've encountered Reach magic before. I'm almost certain that these Briarhearts are grown in some fashion. Not unlike apples or grapes or juniper berries. From what I've been able to observe, when a Winterborn warrior falls, the Briarhearts are used to somehow bring them back from the dead. I'm pretty sure the Hagravens are involved in the process. If I'm right, and the Briarhearts are grown, then I can destroy them. I'll know for certain once we get inside and look around. I want to make sure I mix the elixir correctly. Wouldn't want to inadvertently make them stronger, you understand?
good. You found him. The rest of the Orc soldiers went back to the camp to report in and get new orders. I don't think they actually expected you to find the alchemist. I guess the joke's on them, huh?
I love being the king!
Come, follow me. If my suspicions are correct, we shouldn't have any trouble finding what I'm looking for.
We're all going to die down here, aren't we?
Keep your eyes open. We're looking for a plant or a root. Something that doesn't appear quite natural. Something odd, out of place. Something like this. Now there's something you don't see every day. A tree growing out of a corpse. I'd say this is what we're looking for. This sapling is but a root, however. Small part of a greater whole. Reach magic corrupts nature. It uses its innate properties to forge terrible powers. The Briarhearts require a larger plant to nurture them and make them grow. But this vile sapling is certainly connected. I can feel energy flowing through it. We need to destroy some of these saplings. Cut off their power to weaken the central tree. Once weakened, I can apply an alchemical solution to the central tree, wherever it grows. Reach magic invades nature, the way a plague violates an infirm body. It changes its host, taking hold and letting its corruption grow stronger. It creates defenses, barriers that can't be easily overcome. It needs to be weakened before we find the saplings and burn as many as you can. That will weaken the corruption and make the defenses more fragile. Meanwhile, I'll concoct a potion using clippings from these little ones. Leave the elf here if you would. Leave the sapling I found alone. I'll use it to prepare and test my elixir while you burn as many of the others as you can. By the time you return, I'll have developed a poison powerful enough to eat through the central tree's weakened defenses. No, not exactly. In some ways it's the same, but in many others it's completely different. The last time I dealt with Reach magic, they were utilizing vines as big as you or I. This is an entirely new type of twisted magic, even for them. I'm completely confident of my abilities. That's just my nature. At its core, Reach magic is all the same. They just employ different vessels for their perversions. Once you know how to kill one vial...
and disgusting? keep fighting, even though you're already... You think you are clever, burning tiny saplings.
but they are mere children compared to our beloved tree. I am preparing myself, going through the ritual period of solitude before they place the Briarheart in my body. Once I take my place as a Briarheart warrior, I will kill you and rain death down upon you. Angry, I am burning with a righteous rage. Once I have joined the ranks of the Briarheart warriors, that anger will fuel my vengeance and bring justice to my people. What haven't the orcs done? They claim land that rightfully belongs to the Reach. They attack and kill my people. They eat food that should be eaten by Winterborn. They are animals. And not even the help of outside. Our magic, you will never understand. To receive a Briarheart is a precious gift. To receive one while I'm still alive, that is a singular honor. The Hagravens give us these gifts, even as they care for the tree upon which the sacred fruit grows. What a terrible enemy you are. You don't even know about the source of your own doom. I would feel sorry for you, but instead I just... Of course I know about the tree. It gives the sacred fruit life. It is strong, powerful, eternal. It cannot be destroyed. It hates you, you know, because you burned its babies. I will kill you for doing that too, once I get mine. You think you can destroy our eternal tree with fire and axes? Ah! Your tools are useless! The tree's roots run strong and deep. But please, feel free to give it a try. The Hagravens will eat your...
I'm almost certain we can defeat Iceheart. Yurfan, he's the leader of the Winterborn Reachmen. Last of the 13 warlords that invaded Hrothgar, in fact. Yurfan's a tough son of a Horker, I'll give him that. I let him know we were on our way. Hopefully that'll spice up the battle to come. Of course. I sent an archer to shoot a message over the wall the other day, just to give him a little notice. It was the honorable thing to do. It's what Trinimac would do. Of that, I'm certain. Absolutely. We've been praying to Malakath for centuries, and where has that gotten us? Not very far from what I can see. I'm not a fanatic or anything, but Trinimac's ideals, honor, truth, and unity, The Orsimer can use some of that right now. Usually, the only way to make the clan chiefs come together is to throw an imminent threat in their faces. Luckily, we have the Winterborn. Getting the chiefs to work together? Huh. That's like trying to feed salad to a wood elf. You don't know how things work in Hrothgar, do you? None of the chiefs feel strong enough to challenge me, but only the most loyal actually submit to my authority. And unfortunately, I had to send most of the loyal ones off to help the Covenant. Mind your tongue, Horker. But no, I'm plagued by the same circumstances that have kept us from becoming a truly great people. Most of the remaining chiefs won't give up their independence, and we can't finish building Orsinium. I need the full support of the clans, which I don't have. Yet. Ah, I promised myself I wouldn't worry about this. That's for tomorrow. Today, we kill Iceheart and retrieve the supplies. Maybe that will get more clans to commit to my vision.
So, I don't suppose you... maybe... might have seen Alanon? Listen, it wasn't my fault. Alanon sent me to get him some moss that grows on the walls down here. When I got back, the alchemist was gone. Right, that's an excellent plan. But you should take this. Alanon said it was the last ingredient he needed to finish his elixir. I don't see his alchemy bag, so he must have the rest of the components with him. If the tree hasn't eaten them yet. What? No, of course not. At least, I don't think it ate him. But he told me that the Winterborn plant Briarheart seeds in dead bodies. The seed eats the body, sprouts roots, and nourishes the tree. Or something like that. I wasn't really listening. Well, I went that way to gather the moss, so he must have gone the other way. Probably turn right at the bend ahead. Let's split up. We can cover more ground that way. Besides, I kind of feel it's my fault, since I left him alone and all that.
Don't blame the elf. She was just following orders. To tell you the truth, I need more soldiers like her in my army.
Unhand me, you hag! I am not bird food! about time you got here. Do something before I roast up here. Don't just stand there and watch me roast. What am I doing? I'm being roasted alive. What does it look like I'm doing? What's worse, they have my alchemy bag. The elixir was nearly complete when I stumbled into that Winterborn patrol. No. We're running out of time, and you have a more important task to complete. You have to destroy the central tree. Otherwise, the Briarheart warriors will eventually overrun the orcs. I'll find a way out of here. Find the Hagraven that snatched my alchemy bag and grab the elixir. I couldn't wait for Eveli, so I found the moss on my own. Of course, that's when I ran into the Winterborn. Anyway, get the...
There you are! I was looking all over for... Hey! How'd Alanon get up there? That doesn't look... I'm not 100% certain, but I bet I could break the chain holding up the cage with a few well-placed arrows. Sure. Don't worry. I've got this. You don't suppose the cage will shatter on impact, do you? No worries. I never hit anything I'm not aiming at. Well, except for that one time, but that totally doesn't count. I told Bonthorn not to move. Go on. I'll take good care. Hey, Alanon! I need you to stay very, very still so I can get you down.
With a bow and arrow? The cage will drop into the fire with me inside.
Just make sure you tuck and roll.
sorcery. We'll all be better off when this tree finally burns.
Pour it on the tree. The Winterborn are on their way. Defend the tree until the elixir does its work. Just don't let the Winterborn get close enough to heal it.
No! Stop the intruders! The tree must not be destroyed!
Let's go take care of Isaac. Isard and the supplies are still in there. We can't leave yet. If you have any questions before we go in there, now's the time. I love it when my enemies mock me. Helps me work up a good rage.
You treat everything like a joke. That's why the orcs refuse to follow you. You mock the fallen and dishonor their sacrifices.
Dishonor them? Ha! I'll honor them by separating your head from your body. Iceheart's blade is mine! Now maybe the clans will finally accept my rule. You don't know how good that feels. Your von Iceheart is finally dead. Imagine you ate too much, and try as you might, you can't get out that really big belch. Then, finally, you let out a thunderous burp. Yes, that's how I feel right now. For all practical purposes, yes. The remaining Winterborn will put up a fight, but without a warlord, my soldiers should be able to wrap this up in short order. As for me, I can't wait to show off my trophy to the clan chiefs. Well, don't let me keep you. You've shown that you're capable enough. You have my full confidence. Just don't go and get yourself killed, all right? I have plans for you, my friend. Big plans! Yeah, Iceheart's fancy sword. That should prove to the clan chiefs that we killed the warlord. Might even convince the fence sitters to finally accept me as the rightful king of all the Orsimer. I want to check on the supplies the Winterborn stole from us, and get them ready to transport back to the city. Meet me at the keep when you're finished here. I want you there when I tell the chiefs what we accomplished today.